today because I'm in the Oasis out here. Y'all see the Oasis? We got it all looking good and pretty for y'all, so I can start filming some video here in my comfort zone here, like I was in a car. If I can sit comfortably and just relax, I give y'all, and I know I can because it's easier than being like in the shop sitting up and being just in that professional. We need a good looking laid back environment. So I said, you know what? It's the balcony. It used to be the car. Balcony. So I enclosed it. We got the whiteboard going. We working out here. You know what I'm saying? All the papers is we working out here. All right. And so I think I got an opportunity here to create some dope content for you guys. I'm actually uploading this video. It's been done, but I never got it ready because we dropping every Monday at 12 o'clock. Hook or I'm giving y'all some work every single Monday at 12 o'clock noon. I won't miss for you guys, all right? And so I'm going to be committed to that. You guys be committed to showing up, and I'm going to be committed to giving you guys some game that's going to help you grow your t-shirt business. All right? And if at any point you need help, all you got to do is reach out. I'm here. And if I don't have the answer for you, I'm going to connect to somebody else who does. My contact list has become very, very expensive over the years. Meaning I'm having conversation on a regular basis with CEOs of companies, investors in companies, print shop owners that are in charge of some very large businesses. And so, what I try to do is outside of and y'all see nothing is really these days for me is about showing you guys how to print a t-shirt, right? My guy just came into the group. He asked me, he asked me about something to review his setup. He just joined the 600 Blueprint program. We're doing this onboarding. And so for you guys that's where I work with you guys in a small group setting, one-on-one, and we really just work on your business, right? We do the things that I'm saying do. We speed up the process, and things are going real for the guys who are here building it. So this is the best time to be a part because it's just starting, and so we're building it out to what the guys need. I literally just finished out the marketing module, the whole marketing plan for what we're trying to do, the overview. And now we about to get in and start building websites. We're going to be building websites together, and then just starting to implement some of the things that are needed for them to do better. So I said all that to say we working over here, all right? And I need a title for this video. Fix how you spend your t-shirt. Fix your t-shirt business. What I'm gonna do with this one tip. I'm just running with that. Oops, I think I just messed up. Oh, fix your t-shirt business with this one tip. All right, there we go. Now I can give you all my undivided attention. All right, everything is good. No playlist. We are going to schedule this at 12 o'clock noon today. 12 o'clock. Drop that. Drop. Oh yeah, my members, you get the video drops early. All right. So listen, y'all. This talk we about to have right now is inspired by the talk that comes out, the video that comes out at 12, and maybe we'll just end it at 12. And that is the simple fact that the one thing that I can say I've always done right. And by right, meaning not that I can't be better, or not that I can't improve, not that I can't learn, but the one thing that was hardwired into me that is the best thing ever for my entrepreneurial journey, for this t-shirt business, for everything that you guys know of me, is the fact that I just started selling. Because I just started selling, I never had to ask who to sell it to, what to sell to them, do you want it? None of that. I did the work. I learned what I needed to learn to do whatever I'm trying to do in the moment. And I was just selling. So let me explain what I mean by that. And I'm going to give you guys this analogy or this example. I started some t-shirts because someone asked me, since I knew where to get shirts from, if I could make their shirts. So, meaning they see me make my photography business shirts. Not even that I didn't make them. I just had them because people wanted to buy them. Let me just say that, right? And they wanted to wear my Stan Banks photography shirts. They said, oh, that's cool. They buying a shirt and they saying, can you make my shirts? And I'm like, yeah, I can make your shirts. Why? Because I knew where to get the shirts from printed. And I had a customer in front of me. So I don't know nothing else. I don't know how much to charge. I don't know what equipment I need. I don't know anything else but the person that I went to get my shirts to promote my completely separate business. Completely separate business. But I had a customer right in front of me, and I could be the middleman. And I didn't know what to charge. You know what? They charged me $8. I'm gonna charge $9 because I didn't feel like the end user would be slighted by that. You have to make $1. You're getting 24 shirts. Okay, cool. I gotta do the artwork. I would make $100 a job, and I was all right with that. Then I started to learn more and more and more. There was nobody around to teach me anything about the t-shirt business. There wasn't a YouTuber around to teach me about running a t-shirt business at the time. Now, I'm going to give this analogy to you. Even tell you who was around. The only person that was around that comes to mind when it came to t-shirt content whatsoever for me was Gary from T-Shirt Help Desk, aka HTB. Now, I don't know if Gary got a problem with me. He could, he can't, I don't know. It don't matter to me. Behind the scenes stuff, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And face to face has never been a problem. So, that interaction with that specific person for me, I'm cool. I don't really do the behind the scenes. Say it with your chest. You know what I'm saying? So, we've always, in my opinion, had a fair relationship on this side. Now, he was the only person around at that time, but he still wasn't talking about the t-shirt business the way I was running the t-shirt business. Then you can find somebody like Ryan Moore, right? Who's making exactly what I need. So I buy in. I don't know nothing. I find these two people, he's not talking the way I need to. Ryan Moore is giving up the game. He's giving up content. So I buy in. Now, to no fault, the first thing I did was I got a DIY starter kit. Tried to print myself in my mom's basement. I couldn't, I don't read right? So at the time, I don't think kit came, I think it had some videos, but I couldn't quite understand how to burn the screen with this floodlight. I don't think that kit, when I got it, had videos that came with it. I don't know. Whatever it is, the video I needed wasn't there. So it was unsuccessful. So I would actually get, my friend worked at an art place. She would burn the screens and then I would just print. I never could burn a screen. I didn't burn a screen until I had my merch maker. I never coded a screen, let me say, until I had my merch maker, which was like 2021 or 2020. Somewhere along them lines, right? Now, I could be wrong with the dates, but the point of all of this is, if you want to sell more shirts, you got to start selling. And the only way to do that is to get yourself in front of people. Some of you guys want to make this one post that's going to bring you $100,000 in business. And it's not probable. That's like becoming Drake. Everybody that raps, that sings, would love to be in Drake's position. Now, I don't know about after the beef or whatever the case is, but anybody that ever has spit a bar would love to be in Drake's position as an earner, as just the top of what they do. The chance of you putting a post out, in the midst of all of the posts, just think about how many videos go viral, and it's more common. But it's only one Mr. Beast. That's not to say you can't get right there. But what I'm pointing to and what I'm getting to you guys at is, you got to build this over time. People know me for so much around where I'm from, and it was built up over time. The one thing that they'll tell you is I'm a hustler. I might ignore people when I no longer want to provide a service. Like, oh yeah, I'm not doing photography. People ask, nah. I'll connect you with somebody else. When I move on to something else, I just move on to something else. But the one thing that you guys have to do is you have to get out and put yourself in front of potential customers. Doing it is the cheat code. When you show up, this literally is the easiest hustle that there is. People already need it. It's just the question is if they're getting it from you. Find your niche. You are the niche. You are it. You are it for your business. And if you're doing it from a place where you don't have funds to really put into it, even more so, you're it, because you can't hire nobody to be it for you. You can't hire anybody to go out and be you if you ain't got the funds. So if you getting it out the muscle, if you grinding and you got a goal in this entire thing, no matter what, the only thing that can get you to where you want to go is selling. The only thing that can get you to where you want to go is getting out and people and telling them what you do. Marcel, what's up? Marcel, that's my guy right there. Marcel's in the 6-figure printer blueprint program, y'all. He just watched that Beyond. I just looked at your comment, bro. That Beyond 6 Figures. You watched that Beyond 6 Figures. I only can get that one in time, and it's just the overview. But I'm glad you got something out of it, because we're gonna go a lot deeper coming up here, and we're gonna connect sometime today. I travel tomorrow, so that's why I wanted the meetings to Monday instead of Wednesday. So we'll connect some point. Just text me. Let me know what time you free. I'm good for you. I'm here for you. And yeah, we'll rock out from there. But yeah, the only thing that's gonna put you in the position of selling better or making more money is, that's it. Selling is the only thing. And The stuff that even we do in the six-figure printer blueprint program, stuff is not rocket science. It's not some wild and out there stuff. But I'm telling you, I had to learn this since 2009. I took the longest route possible to be able to even explain to you. And I never really paid it no mind. I was just out here selling. But now when I get some organization behind the business, when you get some direction about the business, what you can accomplish over time by compounding your work, what you can gain over time is much more valuable than just building up some type of audience or a long time ago, right? So T-shirt size wasn't the first thing that I blew up, but I went viral a long time ago for some crazy stuff. And then later on about that crazy stuff, I ended up putting a little brand around it. I had people wearing it. And it was like, if I would have went viral back then, and I had the business around that going together, I would have probably took it to the moon. I even went viral, made a lot of money, and not had the systems in place behind the scenes and burnt out. 6 figures into an idea. Because I was just hustling. No systems, no processes, nobody, I was doing everything. The one thing that I was able to do, teach somebody how to operate social media under my guidance. Everything else I had to do. Handwriting, I burnt myself out. I wasn't in position. I'm just out here hustling, getting it. Caught a good wave, run with it. But that was all predictable. This exact idea I'm talking to you about right now, I had, when I was doing all of this running and the brand went crazy, it's 2 girls that started at the same time. And they started in one little niche, sub-niche of what I was doing. One sub-niche of what I was doing. And they just posted last week that they were going to shut the business down. And I'm like, what the hell? They were just under $60 million and couldn't figure out how to get over the hump. I actually went, when everything went down with Supercar, I actually went there to talk to them and meet with them and to see if we could do something together. And it's crazy. I know the infrastructure that they had, we could run laps with it. But they had to stay out of it for that to happen. And I only learned this from all of the work that's compounded that I did inside of Supercolor and Heat Transfer Warehouse, and not the influencer stuff, not the posting the videos, the actual work and strategy that goes into it and how it operates. I wish I could sell my sewing stuff. However, I had no success because people say the store is cheaper. So that's a great comment in this instance. You have to go out here and you gotta find an edge. Okay? You gotta find an edge. You gotta do something different. Right? And what I mean by that is you gotta find your positioning, what makes what you're doing great. So, in my mind right now, not that this is related, but this girl I can see, she like crochets these bear art and she priced them at like $10,000. Crazy art that she like owned and crocheted, and it's completely theoretically useless. It's art. Or you gotta apply your work, your skill set to the right thing. maybe there's an experience that you've had with sewing that doesn't require you to sew, but maybe it allows you to improve the process. Or maybe you're good enough to go help people who want to start. Either you at the end of the day, you gotta have a product. Because this isn't about the product, it's about the business. This is not about the product, it's about business. You can change the lessons that you have and insert a new product and keep going. If you find the right product, maybe, and maybe not right now, you don't go to China right now, but maybe you could go to China and provide your quality of work or your unique work where it costs you less, but you're not doing the work. Being a business owner is not about doing the work. Being a business owner is about working on the business and putting yourself in business in position to be successful. And most of the time, it's not actually doing the thing that we're selling or creating or making the thing that we're selling. And for us, if it's true in art and you are the artist and you have to do the art, you have to put pieces around you that allows the business to happen while you be the talent. One of the biggest things that I had to figure out for myself is I'm the talent. In this case, I would much rather be a number two. I would much rather, we started the phlebotomy school. I would much rather be behind the scenes, building a website and doing this and laying out the strategy and the foundation and doing all of it. I would much rather be doing that because that's naturally who I am and what I've always been. I've got behind entrepreneurs and I've battery and my skill set behind people. In this case, when it comes to talking to you guys or being on camera or this persona that I've created now, it's about me being the talent. So I have to editing. I have to let all of this stuff go so that I can be the talent. So meaning, if you're the talent, then you have to put salespeople. You have to put maybe a web designer, maybe an editor. You have to put whatever the stuff it is that allow you to just be the best version of what is needed. You have to allow yourself to put the pieces around you. And that's where systems and processes come in place. That's where being organized, that's where getting some real clarity. It is crazy that the one thing that I got from one of you guys, now I call him Uncle Rodney, I gotta check in with him. He done retired from the LA power people and electricity people, not power. Yeah, I guess it's the same. And he just live abroad right now, right? He just live in other countries. Every time I message him, he send me a picture somewhere on some beach in Guatemala and everywhere else. Nonetheless, one thing that I got that changed my life is the fact that I was told that I deserve it. If you put the work in, you deserve everything that's going to come for you. And that's the good and the bad. But if you put the work in, it can only be bad for so long. It's got to get good. Because the work is going to compound over time. So if you set a vision, you deserve to put the work in to see it through. And again, sometimes you got to look at the things you've done as lessons. And, okay, cool, I tried to run this business, it didn't work. But I can say today, right now, that all of the entrepreneurial lessons that I got from different entrepreneurs that I was behind and helping and meeting and asking questions and just working for and all of that kind of stuff, all of those lessons, all of the businesses that I've tried, I now use them today, right? When I go and consult a company and I'm talking about artwork and I can actually do the artwork or I can actually create it, I actually can visualize it. I don't have to do the work. But the skill set and the understanding of design that I've learned from learning it is what allows me to direct the people and tell them what to do. I can go bring on a specialist to actually execute it. To the point now where I got a video editor / graphic designer that I've been working with since 2020 maybe. Can't let him go. Man, how you doing? How's the family? Just interacting with, because he allows me to be me. And sometimes I got like now I edit videos. I just chop them up how I want it, because I'm trying to be more conscious of his time. So let me just boom, 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 boom. All right, cool, bro. Go add some touches. Now we work together. And I knew it was one lesson that I got out of building that allowed me to understand that I did a great service to myself. Two things happened. First thing is, when I was doing one of the first runs at Supercolor, we filmed the video, and normally I would film a video in 2019 or a couple videos, and I would sit there and edit all day. So I went back to I gave the video to the editor that they had there. Went back to the hotel. I'm in the hotel like I'm bored. I'm supposed to be doing something, but I don't got to do because somebody else did the editing, and they did it better than what I could do. When I showed up the next morning, it was done. Better quality than what I could do. I said, oh, I need one of these. I don't know where I'm going to get it from, but I need one. Because the time that it saved me put me in a position to where I could just be me. And I've even taken my guy and he's gotten hurt. I invested. I bought courses for him. I bought assets for him to use that I came across. And one day I'm going back and forth about editing so he can learn style. And I was like, yo, I would change this, and this. He's like, well, is it really important, or can we go with it? And I said, oh, you graduated. I had to look at myself and say, you know what? Now I got a team member. And I've stepped back. This year, 2025, I've literally had to step back and figure out what was the best way for me to be T-shirt side hustle moving forward. What was the best way for me to help as many people as I possibly could? Because if it's not going to be that, and it's going to be the T-shirt business, then this is going to lack what is going to be the main thing I'm going to do. And I said, you know what? I can pick up the T-shirt business at any given moment. I showed y'all that last year. I showed y'all. Brand new business, brand new company. Now, I do got my name because I built it over time. But I'm telling you guys, if you want to start building your reputation and your name and be that guy, you just got to start selling. You got to look right. You got to be desirable. You got to make those stand out in the process too. You don't got to reinvent the wheel. So I looked at now Adobe as being a team member, indispensable to me. I could get another editor. People hit me up. I try stuff out. Let me see. You know what I'm saying? Because he allows me to be me. Now, what do I need inside of my T-shirt business? You know what I need? I need to get some of this out of my head so that when I bring somebody else in, they can do the invoicing. My girlfriend, I can shout out or hand her a paper with a note on it, and she can punch it into the system because it's not in my head. It's not living in my head. It's right here. I can have a price sheet. I can do different things that need it. Once you figure out the direction you want to go, then you ask yourself, how can I improve? And I'm telling you guys, if you want to sell more, and if you want to accomplish what it is that you want to accomplish, you have to go out and put yourself out there. And if it's not you, it has to be somebody. But that's more important than actually making a t-shirt. We can find people to make the t-shirts when the money is there because it's already paid for. The work, the labor is paid for when you got an order. But if there's nobody out here getting us orders, none of that capacity, none of those relationships on the other side even matter. I did that too. I stepped back and volunteered my sewing to show off my work and did gain the extra people. That's it. So you can build. I want, listen, for some of you guys on here, I said this in the past, t-shirts ain't gonna be the thing. But the stuff I'm talking about, the same stuff I use to promote this for phlebotomy school right here, it's the same thing I use to sell. It doesn't matter what it is. To sell books, to sell t-shirt side hustle, to pitch my marketing services to large corporations, to sell a class, whatever it is. Think about the things that you buy, stuff that you get from companies, and think about why you buy it. And be that for your people, for the people that you meet to get in front of. Be that for them. Sound like they stopped cutting grass. I might be able to film something nice up real quick. I had this reaction video on yesterday, but the phone died in the middle of it, so I only had a little bit. St. Louis. So yeah, the one thing that I hope you guys get from this, and if you guys got any questions, y'all can drop them in here. We can keep it going. I probably ended up shortly. I thought about doing vendor events, but I had to pay booth fees just to pass out cards. If you go to vendor events, just pass out your card. Like around and have little samples or something. Again, I don't know what it is that you do. But maybe a vendor event isn't like a bad thing. Maybe it's not a bad thing to do, to experience, see what happens. And I think here's another thing. It matters what you're trying to get out of the business. You do alterations on regular clothes or other things, like a tailor, but not fully, not fully custom. I would like to miss out. This is as fun. I had a lady who was a tailor at one of my last talks. Appreciate that. Last talks, and she was like, I have my business, but I'm struggling to promote it. Yes, like what if just sewing patterns too? Okay. Now she's like, I do this work. I want to do this, and I'm like, well, what type of jobs do you want? She's like, I want big jobs. I want corporate jobs. I said, so you do custom tailoring, which means the people who are getting custom tailoring are business owners or business execs or a certain caliber person who is coming to you and they're already in front of you. So if you can't be, you're in front of your ideal customer. Now, how you create that conversation with that customer should be what the question is. And so one of the things I always say is like, if you ask a person what they do, they almost feel inclined to ask you what you do. So, because this person is at work, let's have this hypothetical conversation. I'm at work, I'm making this guy's suit. I want to pitch him my business, but I don't know how to start the conversation. Okay, cool. I just meet him. Hey, his name is Ralph. I don't know. He runs he's a banker. He's a banker. Cool. I want to introduce my business to him. Right? Cool. So, oh man, what do you do? Oh yeah, I'm a banker. Ralph comes back. I'm a banker. I work for J.P. Morgan and Chase. You know, more like on the investment side and stuff like that. Okay, cool. That's nice, man. And this is what I mean. You have to be creative, okay? Because Ralph might assume that this is what I do because I'm here tailoring this suit, but I want him a whole new business. So he already sees what I do. Maybe I don't. Maybe he comes back and asks me how long I've been doing this, blah, 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 right? And I would go in turn and say, hey, what type of stuff do you do out of work? You got any side hustles? You got hobbies? Because if I do that, what's going to have to happen? He's naturally, I'm telling y'all this, I thought it wasn't going to work this one time. I was on an airplane. I sat across from a lady. She was some spreadsheet stuff. She ended up, I asked her what she did. She ended up running a makeup company. Okay? And now, she ran a makeup company. Then, conversation ended. I'm sitting back, and she's putting her stuff up about the land, and she turns back. And this is a long break. She's like, now that she got off the computer or whatever, she's like, so what do you do? And I'm like, whoa, I felt good. Because this is me, again, testing my theory. A random stranger. I do not talk to random strangers. So, how you create that conversation is up to you. What you could do is say, hey, well, what do you do outside of work? Do you have any hobbies? You got any other businesses? You know, you investor, do you invest? And then in turn, you can asking like other questions. Like, man, what does it take to get started investing? Whatever. And then somewhere along the lines, I'm guaranteeing you'll have an opportunity to say, yeah, I make shirts. Or I got a print shop on the side too. I specialize in corporate stuff. Ralph would take that cart, and you about to make Ralph look good, feel good, and you know what's going to happen. I'm going to give y'all a full-blown scenario. Could happen, could not happen. But this is likely some of the things that happens. Ralph goes out, he wears it, you told him what you did, nothing came of it. You know what you should do naturally? Oh, Ralph's event was a week ago, last weekend. During the week, I'm coming. Hey, Ralph, man, how'd your event go, man? How'd you feel in that suit, man? Did you get any compliments? He like, yeah, you know what? Actually, I did, man. I love it. It made me feel good. Yeah, you know, people were all on me, blah, 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 blah. And, oh, man, I've been meaning to reach back out to you because you said do stuff, and my company has this thing coming up, and we need to do X, Y, and Z. I'm going to connect you with somebody. I don't know if you can get the job, but I'm going to connect you with somebody who's in charge of that little area and see what happens of it. And that is literally all that you ask. And for some of us, and I admittedly myself, it's a hard thing to do sometimes, talk to strangers. I had to become accustomed to it. I think when I was in college, I had got to college, had dreads. I'm playing football, so I'm not ripped, but I'm in shape. You know, little six-pack, long dreads. I'm tattooed all up and down my arms. I was super unapproachable. But one day I said to myself, I failed, and I'm an honors math person. I failed math. Was like 830 honors math. I failed math. And then I ended up taking it over, taking the test over. But it was just the time of the day. But I said, you know what? School ain't about me getting good grades. Like, I'm cheating my whole way through college. It's about who I meet. It's about who I meet. It's about being able to, I challenge myself to be able to walk in any room and have a conversation with anybody, which come natural to me. But it was a part of my self-improvement process. I get, I got a telltale. By the end of like leaving events and stuff, my cheeks just hurt. I go somewhere, my cheeks just hurt because all I know how to do is smile and nod my head. Right? That was like, that's one of our inside jokes. Like, man, I'll be, if y'all take pictures with me, I'll be like, man, I can only smile for so long, all right? Because I'm gonna be stuck here. But I had to challenge myself to do it. And then once you start doing it, it's like, it's not that bad. Just any room and have a conversation. Find a commonality or show interest. If you show interest in other people, they're gonna show interest back. It's diabolical. It's diabolical how simple it is. How many kids you got? Oh, she dances? Oh, your daughter likes tutus? Oh my gosh, how can I relate back to that? My niece, my daughter likes whatever. Show interest in them. The rest of it will be so easy, I promise you. Hey, the rest of it will be so easy. And what does that have to do with anything? I've been like trying to stress the importance of everything that comes with getting to where you want to go that actually has nothing to do with t-shirts. Has to actually do with printing a t-shirt. The journey that you should be on is not how can I get better. I mean, you have to have a certain level of get a shirt printed, okay? But even then, you really don't. But how can you be better at whatever the business is or whatever the thing is that you want to accomplish? And if you want to build a t-shirt business, you want to build a print shop, make money, you have a financial goal attached to it, whatever, however big or small, you have to understand that being able to make a t-shirt is not going to help you accomplish those goals. And if they're big, it's really not going to help you. It's a skill you don't even need. If you was here earlier, you heard me say, I started selling shirts because I knew where to get them printed and I had a customer. That's all I knew. I knew where I could get the shirt and I knew somebody who wanted to buy it. That's all I knew. The rest came with time. So the one thing that I think I got right was that I started out selling. I became a photographer. People considered me a photographer and were paying me before I ever looked up and felt like I was a photographer, like my work was good enough. I would sell, sure, I do sell. I'm gonna give you the best I have at the time. I'm gonna give you the best I can. And if for some odd reason you were dissatisfied, I'm gonna try to figure out how to rectify it. So if you know how to attach a transfer to a shirt, you know enough. If you know how to screen print, you know enough. If you know how to embroider, you know enough. I'm gonna tell y'all one better. If this was your first day ever thinking about making a t-shirt, the fact that you know me means you know enough. I can't speak for nobody else, but I am the accessible person in this space. Shoot me a DM. You could probably find my number somewhere. I could give you my number right now. But you also have to think about what I talked about in my last live video, and it's the importance of time. You need to figure out what you need to be better at for whatever it is that you want to accomplish. And if you want to build a 6-figure or better print shops, if you want to build a 6-figure or better print shop, if you got goals to leave your job and this being the only thing that you ever do in the future, whatever it may be that you want to get out of this, if that's the goal, then the best place to be is inside of the 6-figure printer blueprint. Y'all gonna get to see the testimonials that's coming. I just want to have them in the proper place. Y'all gonna get to hear from people that I work with about how this stuff helped and worked their business. I just never talked about it. One of the things that I realized that I had to do, and being the person who thinks that, who knows that, who feels that they're the best educator in this entire space, I had to get better at marketing it, because we can post it and it's gonna go. You think that you can just share this one post a day and your shirts are gonna sell? You think you just post this video and your stuff is gonna take off? Any questions? One thing I'm gonna leave y'all with, if I can remember by the time, if y'all got any questions, if not, I'm gonna give y'all this one last piece, and then I'm gonna get off. Got a video coming out in 23 minutes for y'all. Yeah, that's the lesson. That's the lesson right there. I'm gonna leave y'all with this last lesson. Just had to submit in my mind. Y'all be feeling these lives? If y'all don't be feeling it, I don't have to do them. If they not useful, if the new content useful, these videos ain't useful, these lives ain't useful, y'all just let me know, because I don't want to waste my time. But if y'all get some out of these, hit the like, leave a comment, come back. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate y'all. You know what I mean? Y'all want me to just shut up and print. Just say that. Just say that. I got Cameo 5 or 6, whatever the Cameo is, in the box. I ain't even use it. Yes, sir. Definitely useful. What do you tell people when they say they want something, but they don't want to pay a lot of money? Okay. I'm going to give you an answer to that. Then I'm going to give you how you fix it. The answer to that is, you say, I ain't understand. And you let them go somewhere else. Like, now, I'm going to discount my price. I'm going to make that decision based on what I can potentially get out of it. Meaning, fair exchange ain't a robbery. If you got a social media following and I can, all right, cool, I can do X, Y, and Z. All right, that'll work. If you don't got a social media following, you know what I'm saying? So I'm going to decide if I'm going to discount my work, because if I'm discounting, that means it must be a marketing expense. It got to go, that has to go somewhere. I believe it goes on the marketing expense. Cool. I wear that. But I'm not doing that just to win the job. Now, if you want to fix that, first off, you got to know your worth. That's cliche, meaning you got to know what it is that you're after. You got to know how much money you want. Because when you build your pricing, you going to build your pricing with a full understanding about this is the worth, this is the value, this is where we're headed. I'm making money. I'm not doing this just to work for free. I'm not doing this just because, you know, to make you happy. Because anytime that I put you or me, like I'm choosing you and your happiness over me and my business. That's not what we're here to do. And we're not here just to do what it is. We're not just here to do the thing. So I have to first create a business and a goal that is priced so that you know, like, bro, nah, that's what it's worth. It's okay if down the street somebody can do it cheaper. I understand. Well, why you going down the street? Ask them. Well, why don't you go over there? Well, you got this, and you got that. Well, that's why it costs more. That's exactly why it costs more. You're not down there because you don't know if the work going to be there on time. The last time they messed up your shirts. This, whatever. Okay, cool. Well, that's why it costs more. Because I'm not that. If they were both the same cost, where would you go? Would you go there or here? Here. So exactly. But today, where I am now, I mean, I work with budgets, but it's never really me giving up a lot to do whatever. Or the quantity's enough that still makes it worth it. I got my price. I work with schools. I know I got a discount a little bit. Not even discount. I got to use a separate price sheet for schools. But they're buying consistently in bulk. So today, I really don't deal with that problem. In fact, I might film this video today. The customer I fired last year, one of my best customers, I was great. I fired him. They just messaged me, said am I still working with them? Am I still interested in working with them? Your peace of mind and your understanding. I'm like, listen, I go above and beyond for you. Something is wrong, or y'all need something extra, you need it fast. I'm driving, I'm here, I'm dropping it off. And this situation isn't necessarily my fault. But I still tried to get it right. And you know what? I understand if you just got to go somewhere else because I'm not going to be disrespected or nothing. I've been, and I give y'all the best product. Y'all not getting this nowhere else. So why would I deal with that? Why would I deal with somebody asking for a discount when I got my stuff in order? When it's in order, you know you're going to feel good, you're going to be great, and you'll understand how to check that. If you did have a discount, how to check it off in the marketing. Yo, I give you this discount, your ass need to give me a Google review. I need you to share it on your social media and tag. I need you to go find me 3 people to recommend services to. Like, you can go send them to work. All right, this is what I'm gonna, yeah, nah, you gotta do this task. Hey Stan, I'll ask their budget and give them affordable options based on, I don't adjust my pricing. People pay for what they want. Indeed, I believe in that wholeheartedly. I think there are situations where, like, you can literally say, I'll give you the best for your budget. But usually, in order to deliver what I think of my quality, I got to use certain shirts, right? That's all of us. So typically, I don't use a regular Gildan shirt. Now, if somebody needs to be at a certain price point, I understand. I know I can make money at this certain level, right? And cool, I'm still doing the work, so cool, all right. Well, it's cheap, I'm gonna give you a cheap shirt. Or you want, like, it's things that can finagle. You can adjust the product. But when you got it all mapped out and figured out, and that's not even mapped out and figured out. When you're confident in the level of service and the quality that you provide, the rest of it becomes null and void. When you're confident, some of y'all ain't confident because y'all business look like shit. Some of y'all know y'all logo, y'all business cards, y'all don't have them. You candy, you don't. Some of y'all know, and that's why you dealing with what you dealing with. When I hand them my card, and it's this thick business card, or I hand them these circle business cards when I was doing photography and design, when I used to hand it to them, I wanted them to know that, yeah, we different. That old card was a circle, it stood out. I'm gonna do something a little edgy. This new card is thick. Oh, they grab that card. I've got one right here. Let me grab it. They grab that card. They see that ice cream sandwich right there. That thickness. Let me see if I got another card. I know I got this card somewhere. They see that thickness. It's a beat up card. Here's somebody with a nice card with some rounded. Let me find that. Let me see what business cards I got in here. Try to find y'all a good example. This ain't fair. Trying to find something fair, just promote it. Not the ice cream sandwich. That's what it is, for real. All right, look at this. Our card this is no to no effect. Okay? But this is another print shop card. It's just in my wallet. All right. So first and foremost, I don't know how well y'all can see this, but y'all see the ice cream sandwich at the bottom. Now we separate this. You can see the thickness difference. This whole card moves. I do this, bending like an S. I do this. Oh yeah, it ain't doing that. The difference when you they grab a card, they used to feeling this. Forget what's on it. They're used to feeling this. They grab this. Oh, this thing. Okay. I don't remember off the top of my head. I actually need to order another set. I probably order like 500 or 250 of these or something. Are a little bit more expensive though. But is it worth it? Yes. You want to stand, you want to be different, you want to stop dealing with price. Like they get this card, they like, oh, yeah, that's a luxury business card. That is that costs more than this. Subconsciously, this is good quality work. I ain't gonna send it to the same place they sent these to. Right? Then you get into the presentation of it. I'm going to talk to my guy in a little bit. We got to up his presentation. You can't be out here telling me you want to be a big print shop and you got this fairy painting of yourself with a cricket over here and it look all pastel-y. You know why? Because at the end of the day, we don't recognize that to look like something that is very large. I'm sorry. It's cute. You look nice. You're beautiful. They airbrush your face. It's a pretty logo. It's nice. But if you want to do business and big business and go into corporate, you need to have some type of, you can be edgy, you can be fun, and you still may get the job. But that ain't going to speak for you when you ain't in the room. So that logo with your arms crossed and all this stuff around you, this thing that I use on t-shirt size with the thing in my mouth and the vinyl and all of that stuff under my arm, it ain't going to work in this situation. KYP, know your personnel. Know what you're trying to do and what you're trying to accomplish. So you got to present. Half of y'all fix your presentation, y'all will, oh gosh, look at this. Look at this business card. Look at this. Just look at, oh my gosh. Who looks better? What looks better? It's a matter of perspective. But what I'm going to tell you is, one looks like a crafter, one looks like a company. That's what it says to me. And let me also say this. This might just be a thank you card. And it says handmade collection. Thank you for taking the card. Now, no, this is your business card. Shop small. Shop small. I respect that. Let me even go to it. Let me see what's going on. Right? Like, who cares if you're small? Who cares if you're small? Who cares if you're doing it out of the house? If you present all the things that you present, they not even going to question it. If you present yourself correctly, they're not even going to question where you print the work out of. I'm not here to tear into this person's stuff, but because yeah, it was just in my pocket. Whatever. I'm looking at the site. I see things that can improve, but I'm not going there. Y'all feeling what are y'all picking up what I'm putting down for y'all right now? I want to leave y'all with one lesson. I got time for one question and one lesson. I ain't gonna forget the lesson. The last lesson I'm gonna give y'all today. And we getting off. We gonna go watch the video at 12. I want all of y'all to go in 10 minutes and go put a comment on that video. Yes, you got a lot of info. I got a lot of experience. You still provide website services. So, yes, I have a website builder that y'all can go to called mygourmetwebsite.com. Y'all go there. It's an easy website builder. I'm about to start working on the sites. I'm not really trying to build sites for people. I built the site. I started this process with another guy before, and it's like I will only build them for people in the program. I think just because I'm not about to chase your ass for what you need to make your website. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to be in that experience. I just want to work with people who really doing the work. So I got this website builder. I will, when I get around to it, make other templates. I got one t-shirt template on there. Well, t-shirt template on there that you can use, that you can get. Go to mygourmetwebsite.com. It's just the standard. It's like $30 a month or whatever. You can do a side hustle or the entrepreneur plan. I think the side hustle was like $20 a month. So you can get on there. You can do everything. The difference between the plans is the marketing stuff is not available on the smaller one. But all of that stuff. Not to go too deep into it. But once I get done with the team, with the guys in the program, I may make some regular videos about it because I think that's important. But yeah, go there. If you need help, just let me know. I'm not tripping. I'll help you still, but I just don't go into too much detail like building for you. I much rather build for like local customers. You know, like I got some politician stuff on there. I got some other stuff on there. Credit companies, the phlebotomy school. So I build that stuff, but I don't really want to build it for you guys because nonetheless, I say what I said. I don't know. I'm beating around the bush. Anyway, my last thing for you guys. Business requires work. Okay? And you go out here and you start a business and you get cheered on and you get praised and you get congratulated. And we get on this high, not realizing that starting was the easiest part. You got these ups and downs. Starting is the up. Starting is a high. Starting is what's up?
Can't get my grill, man.
Oh man. If you ain't get it, I would. You know me, I'll put it to good use. If starting is a high. So if you start and things don't go well at that start, you instantly hit this crash, this valley. But it's a valley. You can still work through it and keep yourself on an up and up. And sometimes you just gotta be there to cheer yourself on. Sometimes you just gotta be around people who gonna help you. Sometimes you gotta watch content that's gonna help you. Sometimes you gotta put yourself with like-minded entrepreneurs, and the beauty is that we can do this across the internet. And that's why these days I'm only speaking to people who really want to do the work, and those people are side of the Six Figure Printer Blueprint program. Down below, I catch you guys. I want to see all y'all at that video at 12, and drop a comment on the next video you watching mine and every video you watching mine. I appreciate you guys. I'm out.